Right, all in all, there's a ball at my feet, which means only one thing. Turd. Oi. Oh, fuck. Hold up. What I'm doing now, other than entertaining the dog when I shouldn't be, is just giving the Nexus a good clean out. What I've done is I've put my just hose with a bit of suction in there, just to give inside a bit of a spruce up. We're going into the winter soon, so I want to spiffingly clean. So I'm going to turn that on. But as well as my old tape mod, which is still going strong. So that's a whole season, and we're still together by the looks of things. What I want to do, so as the Nexus gets shitted up throughout the week, we tend to find, obviously the last grate is here, which is fine, but what you tend to find is the media is pushed right up to the lid. So what I want to do is, I've got a bit of jack matting. What I want to do is just cut a circle out, pop that in there underneath the lid, hopefully it'll hold down and pop off. I can put a brick on top of the plastic lid if not. And then what it will do is make sure that that stays down and that the water, because obviously the K1 is buoyant when inside the easy chamber. So when you think, if it's pushed up above the grills, the water in theory is missing, what, inch, 2 inch of the media, which if you put that into litres, it's probably a fair few. So we're missing out on all that cleaning good stuff. So I'll take the jack matting. My history of cutting jack matting isn't fantastic. So we'll see what sort of stressy shenanigans I get up to. Right, we're up in shithole HQ, just having a nice milky cup of tea, because that's how I like my tea, out of my stupendous up north koi pond from my, well, I'm very proud to say, my friends, pond friends. But yeah, lovely mug, very good quality. But yeah, so we've just transferred, I've just used the lid of Das Easy just to transfer across onto the shat matting, because that's what it's going to be to cut. Someone mentioned in my last video to use an angle grinder, so no, I might do, we'll see how dangerous I'm feeling. But yes, I'm going to get that cut out. I won't film it because there'll be a lot of cursing, a lot of sweating, and a lot of me being pissed off, so I'll join you back when hopefully it's cut out. So with the magic of video, I'm going to pop my tea down there. I'll move that out of the scene because chances are that'll be being washed up and I'll forget to put it back in, so it will dull the effect, if you like. Cue special effects. There we go. I actually ended up cutting it with a Stanley knife, and surprisingly it cut really well. But I was thinking when I was doing it, anyone that's got kids and has had to suffer the Smurfs movie and that, is this what Smurf pubes look like? If you was to yank those white kegs of a Smurf down, is this what you'll find? Awful. Right. Anyway, oh shit, a bit's just stuck in my bloody finger now. Right, we're going to get this down. Going to give it a shake outside, get all the little bits of Smurf pube out. And then I'll turn the camera on and I guess I'll show you. And just like that, it was in. Tell you what I'm going to do quickly. Oh, silence. So, look at it everywhere. Damn stuff. Poobs in the water. But yeah, I just need to lift it up a bit. But what that's doing is taking that gap out. So now the water has no option but to push through the grates. And obviously if it's got to go through those grates, it's got to go through the K1. So pop the lid back on, you'll never know it's there, other than the odd straggler said, this stuff is definitely, it's a bit, well, I don't know what's worse, K1 or Jack Mat. Probably, I'd say probably K1 by a margin, but yeah, definitely. I think if you was to look at the down belows of a Smurf, this is what you'd find in place. Some lovely blue cubes. What are you looking at me like for? Shit. Cut video. Right, before I disappear up to the top, just going to have a play around with the air pump. So at the moment my setup, I run 120 litres because I've got 250 odd litres of K1 and Helix 13, and then I run 80 litres to the spin drifter, and then 2 separate air stones in the pond. Now that we are coming to the winter, temperatures are coming down, the water temperature's down to 14, just under 14. So what I'll do is I'll swap back now. So I'll run 120 only, so this machine will go off totally. So that saves me 80 watts an hour, which this year I think we're all going to need to save some. So that'll be 80 going to there, and then 40 or 90, should I say 30, going to the spin drifter. And yeah, I'll catch back to you by Frankenstein's plumbing here. I just need to undo the bodge that I've done before, and then bodge her back up. There we go, it's us done in here. So one pump. So, oh, okay, that's not so good. Bit of adjustment needed, I think. There we go, that's better. Just get that turning over a bit better. The water's low in the Nexus at the moment as well, so obviously this water, once that's above the pipe, it should all bubble, but we shall see. In terms of the bottom drain, it still seems to be spin drifter, should I say. She's still firing away, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, Deutz. Beautiful colours. New Benny. Skelly. Mr. Asagi. Mr. Asagi. Let's get his top back up now. We've got to go and do the little pond. All fun and games. Right, just while I'm cleaning the fry out, I'm going to take the larger of the fry. Obviously this is quite a basic setup, so I have to move on a bit sharpish, but in here, so got an Asagi en route. This one is oh sorry guys, I don't know if you can see it because of the camera, the sunlight, but this one's lovely. Yeah, so we can get these over to the pond. Tip them out a bit so you can see them a bit better. There you go. You can see that Asagi there, it's cool. Coming along nicely. Slightly better view of them here, colour wise. These are 2 Asagis. Like a Jakku, I think. I don't know what the other 2 are. Off they go into their new home. Come down, hopefully we'll be able to see them. Get the sun off. There they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's that one cleaned out. Not done the filter yet. They'll seem happy. Beanie, the albino. But just, we have got some, just for decorative reasons. We have these little floating plastic shitty lily things that the kids insist on. Just be careful with stuff like this. Because it does harbour stuff, crap. So I don't know if you can see that in there. It's obviously food that's been thrown in, as these have gone under the filter. It's got splashed up inside, and it's just a breeding ground for bad bacteria. So always be careful that you wash these sorts of things out every couple of days or weekly when you do your clean, however often. Yeah, makes for happy fish. So just a quick update actually. Those who remember when I built this, so just a little while as a 7,000 little pump set, but it's been a blessing the way I've put this together. It was fiddly and I had to think about it, but the fact that everything just is modular, just comes apart. Oops. Everything just sits down the side. Disconnect everything, take the box to the drain. All my electrics are in there, run into the pump. Yeah, it does look better with it off. If I could, I need to do something with this next year. I want it bigger. Bigger. He says bigger. Mind you, everyone's happy. Everyone's growing. Yeah, I'm just going to get this now. Give this a pump out, give it a clean out, and then my job's a good one. So literally all I do, because it's such a small box, my hand for scale, I'll just bring it over to the drain. Give it a few pumps. And clean them out. So temperature wise, this has just come out of the pond. I can get that to focus. Okay, so nearly 20 degrees in there. That's pretty good for this time of year. But yeah, I'm going to give this a clean and then I'll put it back together. Right, excuse gurgling. Next job. One thing that's always bugged me with this, so 1.5 inch. So it's obviously got 2 inlets. And then it's massively restricted. So what we're going to do is take this apart, get that off. Going to increase the spray bar to a 2 inch rather than an inch. And actually it's got a funny backfall on it, so it's under pressure. So we'll have a play around with that as well. So yeah, let's get cracking, shall we? Let's get cracking. Right, so what I'm doing here, like an absolute numpty, I forgot obviously replacing my spray bar. So significant size difference, but I forgot to get an end cap. So what I'm having to do is I've had to heat this up anyway to get the old fixture out to increase the bore, but what I'm having to do now is just use the disc wheel just to open it out a bit more so I can solvent weld it on the end. There we go. So new 2 inch spray bar. Just drilled some holes in there, gave it a bit of a sand down, get rid of any, oops, get rid of any nubs. And get a few I've just got to poke through with the drill bit. Now I'm just going to put, so you'll see, well, those of you know how thick a normal 1.5 inch pressure fit joint is. So I've had to sand off probably, I don't know, 7 mil all round. Take me ages. Got to clear out the burnt bit in the middle. That will obviously pop on here. That end will be rubber joint, flexible connector, and then we can start piping her in. Right, annoyingly, I thought I had a hole cutter big enough. Obviously the original holes on here were 1.5, but so again, drum sander comes out. So just actually take the time. Only good thing is I've been able to put a really tight joint on it, which is nice. Yeah. Next step, so that's all in there. Makeshift end cap, hopefully it doesn't leak. Just enough to fit my rubber to. Obviously I want to come out, fix to this post and straight back up. But last time I didn't get this very right, so I didn't get it very right, I got it wrong. So wish me luck. Right, so there we go. So now it's the 1.5 inch going in. And then now what we got is the 2 inch coming out. Something's always bugged me, that's never been straight, it was crooked. Well, now it's guard down straight, so we've also upped the spray bar to 2 inch inside. If you can see that, up and there we go. Right, so now it's time to turn it on and see if it leaks like a sieve. Does it leak? Does it leak? I'm gonna do this live. Thank you Bob and Tony. So went down to Icklesham this morning, got 3 sleeves to take 2 inch pipe to flexible. Meant to get 3 sleeves, only bought 2. Dickhead. But thankfully, young Bobbeth from Icklesham kindly dropped me one up, bless his heart, and he was meant to be doing the decorating. So that shows dedication. He's actually stopped the decorating, which he's doing for his dear wife Tony, and come to my rescue. So he's probably in the doghouse, but you've helped me out. So thank you very much. As always, at a first class. Right, let's go up top, have a look, shall we? Spray bars all working. Don't they? You can see that. So, media is up. I can see flow in there, which is good. I can see movement. Zip that up. Actually, I need to speak to the guy that made me this. The zip's broken. Try and remember. Lots of flow in there. Can see the water going up through. Bit of movement. Oh, and that is it for today. I've had enough. So, let's say, check under there for any leaks. These are dry. This one's helping me. There we go, just for a minute. I've got that up at 20,000 litres per hour. So probably up here, probably about 16, 17,000. And that is handling just fine. No leaks. Plenty of power under there. She's flowing. Gushing, as some would say, gushing. Water going through the Tempests. No leaks still, everything feels solid. It's well under pressure in there, cracky. That'll do for this year, and then I'm going to sort out what I'm going to do next year. So 2-inch, bodged together, everybody is happy. Morning all. Turn it down. So up early again. We're back off to exclusively koi. I can't be trusted on eBay. So morning Eve. Eve's don't be shy. Eve's drawn short straw and offered to come and keep me company on the drive. But we got two things that everyone requires on a long journey: donuts and caffeine. So what we'll do is we won't do any filming there. He's got a busy day today, Kevin, so we're in and out. We'll get back a couple of hours time, 3 hours time, and then I'll see you in the garden where hopefully these bags have resided slightly. Right, we're back from exclusively. Dotty, as she is now known, is in the bag. My wonderful assistant Evie. He's going to hunt her. Evan, Saturday, Sunday, stays in his pyjamas all day. He's a lazy sod. Slob. Right, let's get him in the bag, or get her in the bag, and let's go. But keen to see their friends. Ooh. Here we go. It's another Achiba, another Deutsche Achiba.
Again.
Thank you, Evan. But look, oh. Look. She is a beaut. Look at those colours. Goodbye, Dotty.